everyone, welcome back to WHU TV. My name is John, your host as always, and I hope you're all doing well as I always do. And of course, a very, very Merry Christmas and Happy Hanukkah to anyone that's watching this as well. The Premier League is back. We are, like it or loathe it, we are back with the football with a vengeance this weekend. So many games over this weekend as usual. But this is the preview of West Ham's 8th away game of the 22-23 Premier League season, where we travel to North London to take on Arsenal at the Emirates for an 8 o'clock kickoff this Boxing Day in the evening, live on Amazon Prime. As always, this video is sponsored by the channel sponsor 3retro.com. Please click the link in the description below that will take you directly through to the West Ham section of their website. But as you can see from the icon that's up here, there's also Arsenal retro gear in there as well, along with track jackets, polo shirts, sweatshirts and t-shirts in respective club colours made by Admiral and Umbro. So any purchases you make through the link in the description below, as always, the commission that the channel would normally be getting, I'll be sending them directly on to Iron Supporting Food Banks. The charity, I'll rephrase that, the very noble and very worthwhile charity that is based in the Newham area but is helping those in the Newham area and further afield in Essex and further afield from that as well, that are really struggling to put food on their tables, guys. So go grab yourself a really nice retro shirt. You'll be buying a quality piece of gear, seriously. You'll be saving between 5 and 15 quid in comparison to the club shop, and you'll be helping those the less fortunate than I. This time of year is all about giving, so that's the best way to help. It really, really is. I have a bit of an issue, like a lot of fans, when this was announced that it's an 8 o'clock kickoff on Boxing Day. 3 o'clock, perfect. There's no reason for Amazon to do this. There's absolutely no reason. There's not going to be any fixture congestion in any shape or form. Amazon will play all of the games. It makes no difference. This is a prime example of what I've been saying for donkey's years now, where football supporters are the least considered people in the sport. We genuinely are. It's ridiculous. It is so bad, it is untrue. At 8 o'clock, we should be at home eating food with our loved ones and our family, or our family, depending on your situation. You know, getting drunk, playing games, not watching Arsenal away. It's ridiculous. And likewise, I'm sure with the Arsenal supporters are probably feeling exactly the same thing. We shouldn't be at home at that time of night. We should be at home itself with our friends and family, you know, and your loved ones as well, for that matter. So it's ridiculous, but it's just another nail in the coffin when it comes to supporters being considered correctly. It really is. Now, the officials for this game, the referee is fresh back from his campaign over in the World Cup. It's Michael Oliver. His assistants are Stuart Burt and Simon Bennett. The fourth official is Graham Scott. On VAR is Darren England, and on assistants, his assistant on VAR, I should say, is Darren Can. So it's going to be a Darren and Darren. So that'd be one. What's he going to refer to by their surnames if he needs to talk to them about it? It's ridiculous. Our last 6 away trips to the Emirates in the Premier League show we've won none, drawn none, and lost 6, as we all know. David Moyes' Premier League record shows 18 away games to Arsenal, losing 14, I should say, drawing 4 and winning none, I should say. You know, so from that point of view, it's not really looking good. You know, Arsenal are, at the time of this recording, top of the Premier League with 12 wins, 1 draw and 1 loss, scoring 33 goals and conceding just 11 on 37 points, with a game in hand on us and quite a fair chunk of the Premier League as well. I did an opposition talk review with Russ, who's been in the chat for quite a while. I've known him for about a year now, give or take. Unfortunately, it was a really, really good conversation, but unfortunately the audio was terrible, so it had to be scrapped. It was supposed to go up yesterday, and when we talk about things, and Russ confirmed that the loss was Arsenal at home. Arsenal away, Arsenal away at Man United. So yeah, their home score run is unbelievable. Of the 6 games they've played so far, they've won all 6, scoring 19 and conceding just 7. Arteta has really, really turned Arsenal around from their point of view. Kind of like what Moyes did with us a couple of seasons ago. Really, really got them playing into some very, very good football. But this time, Arteta's taken it to another level. I mean, let's face it, guys. He's really, really learnt from the best managers in football. You know, he was under Guardiola's guidance when he was an assistant at Man City. He played under Arsene Wenger, which is arguably in the top 5 best managers of all time, much less just the Premier League. Unbelievably good his pedigree that he comes from, and he's now really properly showing it. A lot of people didn't want him when he went into Arsenal, but he's turned things around. He's proved he's made his point. He's stamped his authority on the club, and so far they're doing unbelievably well. They're unbelievably doing. It's just it's ridiculous that we're almost into halfway through the season and they are top of the league. A few points spare at the top. It's phenomenal. Arteta likes to use a 4-3-3, especially at home. So a variation of the 3-5-2 formation that Moyes likes to use will be very, very helpful. And we'll talk about this later on in the video when we come into the talk about the starting 11 for both teams. Obviously, I'll do the more detail for the Patreons as always. But for you guys, I want you to put your comments in the comment section below. Let me know your thinking as we go through this. Don't wait at any point. Just put your comments. I really want to know. There's also going to be timestamps in the description, so you can jump ahead to sections as well, for that matter. Ironically, now I've started putting timestamps in there, the views are less and less. It's weird, but I think timestamps are the way to go for YouTube. I really do. Anyway, we all know their style of play and how strong they are at finishing, scoring chances, wing attacks, etc., etc. But their weaknesses are avoiding individual errors. Granit Xhaka is a prime example of that. Defending against through ball attacks, and are very weak at aerial duels, but that's it. We are very weak at this too, and both conceding that and in the attacking style as well, for that matter. So we really, really need to up our game seriously. I mean, even with Arsenal's injuries, which are the time of this recording, Zinchenko is out long-term due to a muscular injury. Smith Rowe is 25% chance of returning for this fixture from a groin/hip injury, but he is due to have a late fitness test, as is centre-back Saliba, which doesn't, from what I'm looking at, it doesn't really have that much information as to why he's out, but he is apparently 75% chance of returning to this fixture. Tomiyasu is 50% chance of returning from his hamstring injury and is also due to have a late fitness test. Nelson is also being assessed for a thigh injury, but it looks like from the press conference that Arteta did on Thursday afternoon, I should say, it looks like he's going to be out for a while. Jesus, their highest goal scorer and highest assister at home, is out until the end of February due to a knee injury. I know a lot of Arsenal supporters are going to be a little bit worried about that in that term, but there's a lot of options that Arsenal can rely on for this. Ben White was, as we know, was given special leave during the World Cup, and I hope all is well with him and his family, but he could be back for this fixture. Various sources are putting down that he's going to be in the back four. I'm not 100% sure on that. It doesn't feel right to me, but you never know. Stranger things have happened. Their other joint highest home goal scorer is Martinelli with 4 goals and 2 assists. Sorry for my stammer coming out there. Their second highest home assister is Saka with 3 assists as well. Saka is a player that I've been waxing lyrical about for a long, long time. An unbelievably good player. Really proving his worth once again for England and also for Arsenal. It's just the baby Jesus, as Jules' little son likes to call him. It's just fantastic player. But the players I think we should be looking out for, other than those mentioned, everybody, guys. As I say, Xhaka, he's not afraid to get a yellow card. Odegaard, Ramsdale, Nketiah, Gabriel, etc., etc. He really know everybody. I mean, Ramsdale is a very tricky goalkeeper to get past. He has his weaknesses, but he is a very, very tricky goalie to get past. Now, that brings us quite nicely now round to the Patreon section, where we're going to go into a fuller analysis of the Arsenal squad. Okay, so turning to West Ham, more specifically injuries first and foremost. Cresswell was being assessed with a thigh injury. There's a 25% chance of him making this fixture so far. Cornet is 50% chance of returning due to a calf injury, so maybe he could be back for Leeds. I think Cresswell's going to probably be back for the Brentford game more than anything else. We'll have to wait and see. As we know, Moyes likes to keep his card very, very close to his chest, so we'll have to wait and see with that. Zuma is still out long term, as we know, from the surgery that he had to his knee, but apparently X confirmed earlier today that he is ahead of schedule, so he could be returning maybe around about mid-January. I don't know if that's going to be returning to the squad or returning to training. It's a little bit ambiguous at the moment. Guys, do you think he's being rushed back? Put your comments in the comment section below. It does feel like it to me, to be honest with you. You know, Antonio didn't feature in the Fulham friendly due to feeling a tight hamstring. He's currently 25% of chance of returning. You know, obviously Antonio has gone on record that he's not been happy being on the bench. It's a little bit hypocritical of him to a degree. He's been saying that he wants competition. He's got competition in the form of Scamacca, and now he's not happy because he's on the bench. I agree. It should be up front with Scamacca. I agree from that point of view, but it's also quite hypocritical from him as well. Talking of Scamacca, he came off during the Fulham game from a tackle from former defender Issa Diop. And it seems to have twisted his ankle, but we'll have to wait and see where it takes us, as he's currently being assessed, and it looks like 50% chance of returning for this fixture, but things don't look good. As I've been looking around in various places, it looks like he possibly could be back for the Leeds game. That's really difficult. It'd be great that we have him back at the start of January, but at the same point, we really, really need him this weekend. If he's not fit, like a lot of people are thinking he's not going to be, as is Antonio, it's making very difficult times. And we're up against the best team in form in the league at the moment, especially at home. It's absolutely unreal. Aguerd is also being assessed and is currently being ruled out for this week's fixture, but may be back for Brentford. Areola didn't get any game time with France during the World Cup, from what I was able to glean. So, guys, it looks like we're going to be in a lot of stick from this point of view. I mean, obviously, Fabianski's going to be in goal. We know this. I've made a few changes to the starting 11. As I said earlier, I think we should do a variation on the 3-5-2, and I've done that. It's a bit of a weird ad hoc formation as it currently is when we have these sort of injuries. But one thing I do want to talk about is Ben Johnson. He's not signing his new contract because he feels that the wages aren't reflective of him being a senior player, but the club don't see him as a senior player yet. And to be honest with you, as much as I love Johnson, I've got to agree. I have to agree with the club on this. He's not good enough yet. I've said it many times. He's very, very frustrating. But, however, given the injury record we've got with our centre-backs at the moment, he does make the starting 11 for this fixture. So now let's jump into the starting 11. And, of course, guys, put your thoughts in the comment section below. I really want to know what starting 11 you want to see. Not what you think Moyes is going to do. There's two totally different things. I want to get your opinion. This is my opinion on what the starting 11 is going to be against Arsenal. I don't think it's going to happen in any shape or form, but this is what I'd like to see. Fabianski in goal, with the back three of Johnson, Kehrer and Dawson. Soufal and Emerson as the attacking fullbacks, with Paqueta and Rice in the defensive midfield positions. Fornals and Benrahma in the attacking wing positions, supporting Bowen up front. So thank you very much for your time, guys. I know it's been going on for a little while now, but these videos tend to do that because I go into a bit more detail than I'd like sometimes, but at the same point, I like to get you guys' information as much as possible. Put your comments in the comments, as I've said. Like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already done so. If you are subscribing, thank you. Click the notification bell, set it to all, so you know when new content is going up, both pre-recorded and live as well, for that matter. Hopefully, we will do the watch-along if I get back from, because I'm going away for a couple of days over Christmas. If I got, for a few days, I should say. If I am back on Boxing Day, in time, we will do the watch along. If not, then I will do a full-time thoughts like I did last year. I'm hoping to be able to come back and do it and watch because I've missed doing the watch along with you guys. I really, really have. It's been ages since we've had a conversation live. So put your comments in the comments section, as I said, and I hope to see you very, very soon. Have a fantastic Christmas. If you're watching this after Christmas and you're watching this on Boxing Day, which is still technically Christmas, I hope you've had a fantastic time. Drank too much, eaten too much, but being responsible with it. But guys, in the meantime, look after yourselves, have a fantastic time, and I'll see you very, very soon. All the best now. Take care.